Yo people, Makkuro here, and today I have agreed to review for all of you. And I have to say, this game got me playing it for a while, and I think I'm quite ready to do a review of the single player mode. Online maybe later, but let's start with graphics. Even the entire garage, as you can see, which you start from a normal typical garage in a home, through a garage in some kind of warehouse, to this thingy, and everything, reflections, the entire graphic design of the game, cars and everything is top notch. You even have rewards of all you can see in your cars, some of them. It has some nice small details around it, which makes the car game nice. Also, of course, like in Grid 1, you can customize your pattern, colors, and so on. You can turn your camera, as you can see the pattern is better. It's pretty damn much just like in Grid 1. It's you just put on, you can select colors, type of the colors, and so on. It's just very straightforward, very easy, and so on. Pretty much the same as in Grid 1. This one is actually something different because you can choose 3 digits numbers. I stick to 2 and number 11s, And also you've got sponsors, just this time you're earning funds instead of cash. Also you've got objective complete, and some are not objective complete because those are not complete, and those are definitely... At the start you've got 500 fans, and at the end you've got 200,000 fans, and those prizes increases through the seasons. You don't need to change sponsors to get better prizes, no more I need to choose, I can choose sponsors I like, I need to choose sponsors I have to. Normally. And this wheels is quite enormous choosing. However, they are all, no brands on them. And to the cars. Very nice selection. From tier 1 you get old muscle cars and some new hatchbacks, BMW 1 and Coupe and Subaru BRZ. In tier 2 you've got the very well-known Nissan Nismo R34 GTR Z-Tune, which Need for Speed World fans know pretty damn well. You've got the Camaro, touring cars, Mazda, Honda, Mustang M3, Mercedes, Challenger, Audi RS5, Coupe. Really nice collection of cars. Yeah, they've changed to JDMs, Euro, and also my personal favorite, the SRT Viper GTS. This one fucking beauty cars, and of course the Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG Black Series, the most powerful, if I'm not mistaken, Mercedes in the world, and the only grip car in this game, the Caterham SP300R, I believe. Something like that. It's got a strange name, but it's the only one car you can actually grip entire game, which I'll talk about later. And of course we've got the Indy cars, which is only one, and you will never use it in the game, in a single player mode at least. So it's just there to say you've got one Indy car. Don't say there isn't. And you've got tier 4, which is the super racing cars and the hyper cars, including the Koenigsegg Agra R, which, as stats suggest, and they suggest very well, it's the fastest car in this game. It is. It just mows down every single thing in this game. But aside of it, you've got McLaren SLR, the Zenvest T1, SLR, Veyron Super Sport, the Huyara, and a nice collection of cars. That definitely has to be said. It's a really nice collection of cars. Really. So, cars done. Let's move on to how the game single player works. So, at the start you have an introduction race, of course. But after you finish the entire single player, you can choose a custom event. You can choose it at any point, of course. There's also the split screen, and there's the timeline when you finish at least one with the WSR event, which is main championship thingy. And like I say, introduction race, you practically need to win races to earn fans. to get new teams to sign in, and then you have the main championships. If you win the championship, you go to the next season. And when you won, you can go into timeline and go back to the races you haven't won, or you know, you finish second, or you know, things like that. And at the end of every season, you've got those ESPN guys talking about some things. Nice thing, nice addition, you know. And of course, the split screen thingy is a nice addition. I'm gonna show it later, but I'm just gonna talk about what functions of it. So you got everything, racing alternative playlist, and those are, you know, pre-made playlists that you can just choose and race. Things like that. Nothing special now, just go and race already. No, you can also select just one. Typical, you know, you can choose any vehicle tier you want, any type of race. You can select up to 5 rounds, and you can set AI drivers to whichever level you want, or set to none, so there won't be any. There are also advanced options like the grid order, the damage. You can set visual, or full, or none. You can set number of flashbacks, and you can also select the tracks. And most tracks have the conditions, day or night. Some don't have. And this is one of those. Red Bull Ring. You get only in the day, so you know. Nice. Shame it's not all, but better most than none. At least it's not only on one. Some tracks are only in night. Just saying. Anyway, time to go to the actual racing, which is pretty damn fast and intense. This is highest settings on my GTX 460, meaning it's pretty damn running just above 30 FPS, but it's running smoothly. So for optimization side, it's quite nice, even though when I set the suggested settings, they pretty much look the same, and performance wise was much better. So I just use maximum settings for the, you know, for your viewing pleasure. Anyway, races, as you can see, 12 players are max, and the main thing is the drifting. As I said, the drifting in this game is vital. You also have the flashback system from the first part, so if you fucked up, you can just push, and this time you have to know when to push it, so you can just select exactly the precise one and it's just rewinding back, and you need to know exactly when to do it. But like I said, the drifting in this game is OP. There's no other way of putting it, it's just overpowered. Even though some cars have the grip, even those that grip, they still are better at drifting. You'll be better off drifting than gripping. And that's a shame, because the drifting is very unintuitive. Very. The grip racing in this game is great. Drifting? No. Definitely not. Definitely not a strong side. Which is even more so bad, because the game is based fully on drifting. Anyway, let's go into different kinds of races, and we've got the Togi, known from Grid 1, and also the face-off, which is pretty much like this, just you don't have the time difference, and you can ram the living heck out of the other player. So no, it's also one-on-one. Those two are pretty much them similar, but again, you fucked up, and there's the flashback. The flashbacks are always the same, 5, no matter what difficulty level, and they go from they reset on new rounds. So it's not like, you know, in drifting that you sometimes just had to, you're like, oh fuck, I need to do entire fucking race with just entire drifting challenge with just one flashback, and sometimes was annoying, especially when you try to race at the hardest level and you weren't really good at drifting, so you know. Anyway, the problem here is that drifting is ever present, and it's very unintuitive. Like I said, it ruins the game pretty much in terms of actual fun, because if you're just driving grip mode, It's very intuitive, you know exactly when to do everything, but if you're drifting, it's hard to know when to brake, when to start drifting, because the cars sometimes start drifting very heavily and sometimes it just doesn't want to drift, and you're like, you can't really tell how to drift. Maybe it's just me, but I got that feeling that this game has the same problem as the one, just they fixed the grip problem, but they put a drift problem. Drifting is no longer intuitive at all. So you know. And, you know, since it's Toge, the first difference from the first run is being carried to the second round, and in second run you need to be closer to him or win again. You know, typical Toge things. Anyway, we've also got the typical drifting methods of the Grid 1. I mean, this is pretty much just like Grid 1, this game, with upped graphics and stupid drifting mechanics, and improved. The gameplay mechanics are pretty much improved, but because of the drifting you have things like that. You just need to move your ass like idiot in those drifting and flash back, because you just don't know how to manage all those things. And you can, you know, it may seem for some people that are already so mastery at this game, like I'm some fucking noob, and I probably am in this game, but still, it annoys me how much they ruin the drifting when they could make it insanely good. No, it's all nice, but the drifting is still an issue, and it makes all those drifting competitions a bit of a pain in the ass. But there are more interesting events like the overtaking. Yes, overtaking. You are just overtaking some damn pickups, and if you fuck up, you still have those flashbacks. And the main point here is to overtake as many as you can in a given amount of laps. If you're gonna crash, you're gonna get resetted to 100 points. If you're gonna get out of the track, you're gonna get reset to 100 points. So you need to watch out. Also, you need to overtake the next car in a given set of time to make the next car give more points than the previous one. So it's all about being clean and fast, and not being fast and raging about not being able to pass someone. Because sometimes it's just better to stay behind, not go out of the track like I did here, lose 100 points, but keep the streak on. And the streak caps at 1000 points, so it's, you know, it's all about being fast enough, because you can see being just slightly too slow and too late, and you're done. I mean done, and just, you know, 100 points lower. Anyway, this is something nice. This is my favorite one. And there's also the live routes, which consist of either race, just normal race, or endurance. Normal race is you got random route through the city or track, which is something the Codemasters were always proud of, you know. They say that live routes are something new, you know, nothing. Actually, I find it's nice, but it's not really interesting. It's more annoying at some points. Because you're racing that route, yes, but if you're having problems in single player of it, you just race it once, restart, and it's the same thing again. You'd have to load the entire race again, not just restart it. I mean, go to the menu and load it again for the track actually to change. But the live routes, what exactly are the live, is that you have the tracks are in a grid-based system, so you have many different ways of creating a track on a given track. So you see that I'm driving right here, and typically I shouldn't drive here anymore, but since this is endurance, you'll see that I'll be driving this same again thing very soon, and it's supposed to like that you're just driving the same point 3 times in a row, and you're like, oh fuck, for crying out fucking loud, this live route is random, not 3 times the same thing. And this kind of thing will be with you quite a lot. At least it was with me. And the main point of this is that you can make an endurance run, which is about how long you can drive, which is practically the same as the normal, just the normal race one is got a given live route through a set given distance, and in endurance you've got a given time in which you have to go through the longest route possible. And as you can see, I'm driving this thing again. You know, it's not really that random. China is practically everything the same, so it can be annoying. Anyway, like I said, the endurance thingy is interesting mostly because how far the randomization goes. I mean, how far the routes are predicted, because they are not creating in the race. Like I said, you can restart and the routes will be exactly the same. If you just restart from pausing the game and restart, the track will be laid out in this exactly same way. So I'm thinking, how far is the track loading? I mean, you can set 10 minutes, but there will probably some trainers and hackers that will make, you know, infinite, and they will be like, what, they're going, and suddenly the track just stops, what? Or something, or, you know, just interested in how that would look. But this mode is more challenging because you need to be vigilant all the way. You need to look out, you need to be more careful, you can't go all out, because you know on the track you need to be very careful of where the actual corner is, so it's quite hard. And of course you need cars to race, so in order to win cars you need to do vehicle challenges. You will also be able to select cars when you get to a new type of event, new level of cars, new series of cars. You can always choose one of 2, 3 chosen cars, but they are always available later as vehicle changes. And vehicle changes are just a set. You just given a car on a given track, and you need to beat a given time. At the first levels, the lowest ones, the first cars, it's actually pretty damn hard. On the tier 2, it's easy. Tier 3, it's easy. And tier 4, it's easy or hard. Easy or hard, it's hard to say. Because with Agara it's just so damn easy, I was like... I did it on the first try. But sometimes you will be like restarting 10 times and you still won't beat it. It will be just need to perfect the entire track to beat that time. And because of the drifting mechanics, it's mostly annoying than actually fun. So it's really hard to say. This game could be really fun if it would be only about grip. But because it's only about drifting, it's not like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit or Most Wanted, which has very easy drifting mechanics, very pleasant. It's more hard. But like I said, this was my second run in Agara R. First one was already done, but I wanted to record this, so I did my second. So I did again, and you know, it's really easy. Too easy at some points, and too hard at some points. I don't know if it scales with difficulty, since I'm playing the hardest difficulty level. Anyway, like I said, split screen, the thing, well, maybe not what everyone loves the most, but it's definitely the thing I like the most in games like this. Sitting on a couch and playing on a gigantic TV on a split screen is the best thing for me, best experience, and that's why consoles are better than PCs in that aspect for me. Still, I'm a PC gamer, you know. Anyway, Split screen mode is graphic settings are lowered down for better optimizations. You need to render 2 screens at the same time, so you need to double the, you know, computing power. And they are pretty damn much the same as single or online, pretty much the same as online player, and that means that when you want to flashback, it's not like in single player that you're rewinding time, but it's something like this. You're just backing up a few hundred meters and off you go, in a more careful manner. And like I said, drifting is ever present, so it's annoying. Even in grip cars, because there are different types of cars. You got grip, balance, and drift. Drift are very easy to drift usually, and are just drift. Balanced are easier to control but still drift, and grip are the easiest one to control but still drift. So, do I really like this game? It's hard to tell, because this game, like I already said in this review many times, is great in the grip aspect, but it just the drifting is too intuitive. They fixed the grip, the intuitive problem of the gripness from the first part, but they replace it with the super OP drifting, which is completely unintuitive. It's like they fixed one, but they replace that with another problem. And if you crash, the flashback thing can still save you, so it's easy. But still, I would really like this game if they would provide a patch that would make, you know, that would make the drifting mechanics much more intuitive, or just make the drift less OP, that it's not OP at all, that gripping is the way to go, then yes, I would love this game. And with this crash, I want to end this, so thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and you know, things like that. So, thanks for watching and see ya!